What it do, still with the Kim sound like a lamb, big boss, Kate Poe, talk boxing, fuck about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last, good people do, don't know if yourself, call them in the fire line, maybe you matter. Peak game. Peak game. You know the matey foes gonna swing. They twirling, pause. But anyway, it's clutched up, baby. We clutched up. You know, we talk about that boxing. Before I get to the main outro, the main dish, got to introduce our second host. Future Hall of Fame legend. Salute to all our soldiers. Brother in the hustle, aka Coach B. Let them know how you doing, man.
What it is, family. Y'all heard what the time is. We clutched up. We clutched out. Y'all know what we finna talk about. Let's get straight to it. If God woke you up and put breath in your body, everything else is extra. Remember that. Get up, be you, do you, and take care of the fam. Don't let nobody steer you away from that. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it back to K Poe. Let's continue the show and let's let them know how we flow.
Let's talk about to the next topic. Uh Roach versus Zepeda. Lamont Roach gets another blessing. He's coming off a draw against Eastside People Cruz. William Zepeda is coming off a loss to Shakur Stevenson. They get opportunity to basically fight for Shakur Stevenson's vacant WBC title, 135 pounds. Coach, who you got in this fight, and what you think about the fight?
Again, this is another fight. We're looking at you got Lamont Roach, who's been in the ring with Pitbull. He's been in the ring with Tank. He's been in the ring with other decent opponents. You go look at William Zepeda. I'm going to just calculate off his last fight against Shakur Stevenson. He gave it his all. We found out he's just a volume puncher. There's no power behind his punches, but he's a volume puncher, and he doesn't mind letting his hands go in any situation against anybody. So with that being said, the sport of boxing lives and abide by the saying, styles make fights. Now, when you look at the styles of these fighters, Lamont Roach is kind of a calculated, patient counterpuncher, and he does have some pop, within certain punches that he has in his repertoire. I can see this fight going either way, and I'm going to say this wholeheartedly and respectfully again. Lamont Roach, his career is suffering right now because he's not able to turn, and when he gets to third base, he's not able to turn and make it home. What do I mean by that? In the Tank fight, you were put in a situation to where it was very controversial, excuse me, and you had Tank on the ropes, regardless if the knockdown counted or not. What you didn't do in that fight, it shows that you can turn up, be elite, beat the elite, and bring that dog mentality out. Same thing happened in the Pitbull fight. You had Pitbull on the ropes. You had him down and out. You were down and out. You battled back. You showed us a little bit, but at the same time, you wasn't able to seal and close the deal. Here you are with another opportunity to fight for a belt against a solid opponent. An opponent in William Zepeda, who I think his style is going to bother Lamont Roach. Why? Because he's a volume puncher. William Zepeda is a volume puncher, and he punches nonstop. He's going to hit something. Lamont Roach, you can sit there and play that little Philly shell game. You can sit there and look for a special counter. You can sit there and let rounds go by trying to download or whatnot. But this will be a fight that you will lose, Lamont Roach, if you sit there and do that. Because again, if I'm training Williams Zepeda, I'm gonna tell him my greatest opportunity is to come out swinging from bell to bell. You don't have to knock him out because when's the last time Lamont Roach knocked anybody out? Okay, don't worry, I'll wait. So that's just punching from bell to bell. Out punching from bell to bell, outland him from bell to bell. Because he's not a volume puncher. Like I say, he sit back, he waits for the perfect opportunity to counter. If he gets the opportunity to land a solid combination, he'll do so. He'll do such. But at the same time, styles make fights, and I think Williams Zepeda's style is going to bother Lamont Roach. Am I saying Zepeda's going to win? No, I would wholeheartedly want to take Lamont Roach in this fight, but I'm kind of skeptical about it because, like I say, he's not able to turn once he makes it to third base and make it to home plate. He's not able to close and seal the deal in these top-notch fights that he's been in the last few years, in his last three fights, or his last two fights. So I'm kind of looking for the same from Lamont Roach. Hopefully it's not a draw. Hopefully Zepeda can do what he has to do to make the fight interesting. Because if Zepeda doesn't come make the fight interesting, then Lamont Roach is going to walk away with an easy victory, and then he'll finally have his belt, and he'll be able to politic again. So again, I got Lamont Roach winning this fight, but it's not going to be an easy win.
I also got Lamont Roach winning this fight. Um, I think it's gonna be a war though. I think this might be a fight of the year candidate. Um, I think the problem with Lamont Roach coach is he easily can get baited into these wars. Instead of him staying on his game plan, staying on his pivot, he easily get caught up in these wars, and you know, um, he's had slow starts to fights. And a guy like William Zepeda, you gotta come out pretty fast. So um, I think there's gonna be a war, but I still got Lamont Roach winning by decision. I don't think he knocks William Zepeda out. Um, I do think Lamont Roach is gonna take some little bit of punishment after this fight. He'll win the fight, and then he's gonna start trying to politic. Hopefully he get a tank fight, and then it'll go from there. But I just see the writing on the wall. I think that they should have just let him and Tank just immediately fight because he's finna get in this war with the Wizard Pater. And I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. What happens when fighters get in wars? It takes a lot out of them. So then he gets in this war, he wins this belt. Tank fights Eastside Pitbull Cruz, beats him. Then that sets up the Lamar Roach rematch. Y'all see the play, right?
Mm.
Now Lamar Roach ain't as strong as he once was. And you know what I mean? He a champion. But William Zepeda took something out of him. Then Tank coming up, and I'm predicting a knockout. But that's a whole nother video. My bad. I don't come in the comment section, please. But